All right, now let's talk about a topic that I don't really like talking about, but it does need to be discussed. In a project-based class, sometimes I end up having some students that decide that they are not going to use their time effectively. Um, they're not going to engage with the material. They're going to wait till the very last minute, and then they look for shortcuts. Okay, what do I mean by shortcuts? They look to copy something from somebody else. They look to try to grab something that they can find off the internet and plagiarize. It doesn't really matter if they're not actually going through the work. To me, that is cheating. Okay, so if you are asking for help from a neighbor, that is really different than you getting their project, their assignment. Even if you're making subtle changes to it and turning it in, you just copied them. Okay. And I want to honor intellectual property. I want to make sure that everybody is doing their own work. If I catch you cheating in my class, okay, I have a zero tolerance policy for that. So if I see something that looks like that's above you, it's not your normal work. If I see you doing work in this vein and you have a very clear style and it looks like someone else's work, I'm going to start looking. Okay. If I catch you cheating, okay, I find your work looks 90% like someone else's, I'm just going to give you a 0. Okay. Every single time. Okay, whether it is a small assignment, if it's a final project, it doesn't matter. If you do it, you will not be rewarded for it. Okay, if you were stealing the intellectual property of somebody else, I mean, that is court. That is, you can get sued. Real life, if you were in web design and you were ripping off someone's stuff to build your website, and they could come at you. Okay. So we want to make sure that we are producing all of our own work. I don't like having to have this conversation because I don't like it happening, but there's always some students that decide that they're going to try to do their own way and take shortcuts. Please don't. I don't want to have to give you that 0. And now, if that does happen, let's say you missed an assignment, you did end up doing that, that does not mean that you're going to fail the class. Because I am point-based, a 0 is not completely detrimental. But if you end up having multiple zeros, that would be detrimental. For example, let's say my total points are 1,000 points for the semester. They're not exactly 1,000, but I'm just using this as an example. If you decided to do a 100-point assignment, you caught cheating, or you didn't do it at all, you're still at 900 out of 1,000, okay? But if you did honestly do that assignment, or let's say you forgot to do that assignment, you could still go back and redo it. If you get caught cheating, though, you can't go back and redo it. So even if you were outside of the window on an assignment, you could still get half credit for it. So that would be a 950 out of 1,000. So that's, a much higher A. The biggest thing is just make sure that you're doing your own work, okay? If you are really getting stuck and you're really struggling, please ask for help. Do not use poor time management as an excuse for you to try to take shortcuts. All right? Good luck. Have fun.